everyone, and welcome back to my channel. I know that I took a very long hiatus. I'm very sorry. I got really busy and that's pretty much my only excuse, and I got kind of lazy and I didn't feel like editing and filming or even baking in general. But since a lot of people on my Instagram, which you should follow if you don't already, have asked for the pie recipe that I promoted like crazy in late November, early December, but I'm sorry to those people, but you'll have to wait a little bit longer because from what you saw in the beginning, one, I changed the camera setup, and two, I am not making pies. Since Super Bowl Sunday is literally on Sunday, we are going to be making guacamole because everyone loves guacamole. I know a lot of people think of like bean dip, but I don't know, I'm just like not a fan. Plus it's super easy to make bean dip, and guacamole seems to have a lot of different variations, and I have made guacamole multiple times. This is actually a newer recipe to me. For Christmas though, I got two cookbooks. One is cookies, and we will get to those eventually. But this other one was Tasty Adult. So the brand Tasty put out a cookbook and I got it as a Secret Santa gift, and it had a guacamole recipe, so I decided to make that. I did put a little bit of a spin on it. I didn't do everything that it said, and I kind of did it my own way, and that's the great thing about dips. You can kind of make it your own. With all of that said, I hope that you stick around, and let's get into making this guacamole. Okay. The ingredients that you'll need: a white onion, make sure that it's white, a jalapeno, a clove of garlic, cilantro, kosher salt, 4 avocados, a lime, chili powder, and Cotija cheese. Okay, the first thing you're going to do is finely chop the jalapeno, clove of garlic, onion, and a 1/4 cup of cilantro. If you are uncomfortable with chopping, I don't really know what to tell you. Maybe this recipe isn't quite for you yet, but it is quite easy as long as you keep your hand on the blade and on the handle and just rock it back and forth. Pretty easy. My mom did the garlic and the onion, so I don't have video of that, but you will see how I chopped the jalapeno and the cilantro. For the cilantro, you can use the stems, but I only use the leaves because I prefer the leafy flavor. So make sure you finely chop, because I did find that some of the pieces were too big and it was just a lot to eat on like a single chip. So make sure you really finely chop. In a medium-sized bowl, and when I say medium, I mean medium, and make sure that this is the bowl that you're going to be serving the guacamole in, because when you put it all in, you're going to be using the spoon and smashing it against the sides with all of the ingredients so that the juices get released. While you're mixing all of those ingredients together, you're going to add the salt, the pepper, and the chili powder. And that will kind of mix all the juices and mix the dry ingredients together as well. So I had to switch bowls because I did not think ahead. So yeah, make sure you really use a nice medium-sized bowl. You're going to add your 4 avocados. Make sure that they're ripe. Mine were very, very hard. So make sure that they're not too squishy, but they're not firm, because I had a very hard time scooping these avocados out. If your avocados are like mine and are very hard, I really, really suggest cutting it before putting it into the bowl, because I had the hardest time with this next step.
Sudden gaze and time it started racing, but moments tend to fade and you're too far away from me to get my name in. Someone keeps blocking my way.
So the next step is to smash the avocados. So my avocados were so hard, I literally was just stabbing the whole thing with a fork because it was just so hard. If you like chunks in your guacamole, like I do, I like small little chunks of avocado in my guacamole. Make sure to leave some small chunks. Don't completely make it creamy. But I will say this, you do not want big chunks, because you won't get as much guacamole, but you will also just get like a mouthful of avocado on your chip. And I found that the bigger pieces that I had found at the bottom of my bowl, the harder it was to scoop with the chip. Okay, once you have your avocados all smashed, or at least to the place that you want it, you're going to add the lime. So you're going to juice 1 entire lime on top. For me, I was very worried that it was going to be too much lime, so I did taste it. After adding the lime juice, I would suggest tasting it. You will need the entire lime. Take a chip or whatever, scoop some out, taste it. If it needs more salt like mine did, I added a little bit more salt, and I think that's when I added a little bit more pepper too. So make sure that you taste it as you go. Not too much so you're not eating the whole thing. And then mix it together again, and you can continue to taste it until it's to the taste that you would like. I will say, if you do add the Cotija cheese, it is salty, so you might want to hold back on the saltiness. Also, like, guacamole is supposed to be fresh, it's supposed to taste refreshing, so you don't want it to be too overwhelmed with salt. So yeah, but once you get it to the taste you like, add the cheese on the top, just crumble it up. It was so good. It was really, really good, so I highly suggest. And this is the final product. Beautiful. Great, you made it to the end of the video. I hope you liked it. I will say this guacamole was not spicy, but if you are teetering on the side of maybe not putting in the jalapeno, it's okay. It's fine. The jalapeno is not that spicy as long as you scoop out the veins and the seeds. The juice does have a lot of spice, so maybe not putting in the whole jalapeno, but I think it gives it a good flavor. But I hope that you enjoyed this video, and I hope that you make this guacamole because it is really good. If you have any questions, you can leave a comment or message me on Instagram, and I will try to get back to you as soon as possible. But have a good Super Bowl Sunday. Bye.
I can't feel further away. Wait on the moment to say that I want you. Know that I want you.
Really good. A plus.